Okay, so boom, when I was a kid, we used to live in Baltimore, and this man like opened up a random like karate school right smack dab middle in the hood. And a bunch of single moms, with no disrespect to us fatherless kids, you know, a black man just came in and opened up a karate school in the middle of the hood. Everybody got put in that karate school, right? Like every kid in the neighborhood got put in the karate school. So in retrospect, this man was kind of like unhinged and crazy. Like even as a kid, like I knew he was crazy, but like, you know, when you're a kid, like you can't like challenge an adult. And like he was like super fit and had a bald head and a very strong personality. So like all these moms, they just wanted their kids to like have discipline and stuff. So like, yeah, my mom included and everybody else, they put their kids in this school. So fast forward, he used to always talk about discipline. He was like also like part of the Nation of Islam. Like he was one of them. Okay. So I remember there was this boy that my sister used to like consistently get into it with. So I would say I was probably like 4 or 5. So that means like my sister was like 10 or 11. Okay. So she would always get into it with this boy. And one time, the boy told my sister to suck his dick. So when Master Delaney heard that, that was the name of the karate teacher, Master Delaney, heard that, he was so mad, and he said that he was going to teach that boy something about like respecting women, and that he would like never ever speak that way like at his school again. So we were all just like kids, and like our parents were coming to pick us up in the evening, but like everybody's parent was like instructed to stay that day, and like we didn't know what was happening. So I don't know, it was just like some kind of ceremony or something was gonna happen that night. Like we didn't know what was gonna happen, but we knew something was gonna happen. And he said he was gonna teach this boy to never disrespect women and like teach him about discipline. So the evening comes, it's probably about like 6 o'clock. Like everybody who goes to the karate school, like their parents, mostly black single mothers, were instructed like when you come, you have to stay and wait because everybody needs to be there. So yeah, all the parents show up and all the kids are there, and there's like a meeting that night. And then the boy was like brought out into like the middle of the area where we used to like practice karate. I barely ever remember us doing anything to do with karate. This shit was like real life, some kind of bullshit ass, ghetto ass fucking summer camp that some nigga was renting some fucking open space and said he probably did a motherfucking karate course before. But bitch, we was barely doing karate. I will say he was teaching us about like discipline and stuff, like, but anyways, that's a side note. Let's focus on what happened that night. So Master Delaney has the boy come and stand out in the middle of like the area, and like 2 of the biggest boys that went to the karate school, one of them held each of his arms, right? And he was just like standing in the middle of the room, and Master Delaney was like announced like, oh, I'm doing this because he needs to know discipline, and he needs to know, and he needs to remember this moment for the rest of his life, and this needs to stick with him and remind him that he will never disrespect another woman again in his life. So Master Delaney like did like a roundhouse kick and kicked this boy in his stomach. Okay, it was like truly like difficult to watch. He was probably like 13. He was like a little chubby boy or whatever, and like I just remember him like collapsing to the floor, and he was like in tears, and he was like crying in front of everybody. And like I happened to bring this story up to one of my like colleagues the other day, and it was only then I realized like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck was that? This nigga kicked this 13-year-old boy in his stomach, like full force, like roundhouse kick, like some big fit ass motherfucking kung fu nigga kicked this little boy in his stomach. And it was just like, even as a kid, I was horrified. Like, I was just like, why did he do that? Like, is he okay? Like, what the... Like, what did we witness? And we kept going back to the school. This nigga was real deal crazy. This nigga was real deal crazy. Like, I have other stories about, like, adventures that he would make us go on, like, walking across the town to get to the pool if we wanted to go to the pool. And he would just have a big group of us and, like, make us, like, walk for miles. And, like, everything was about, like, discipline. He was really trying to teach us discipline. Like, that was no bullshit. But the craziest part of the story is not even the fact that he kicked that boy in the fucking stomach. So I started, like, Googling him yesterday because I was just like, oh, I wonder, like, whatever happened to that guy, you know, because, like, that's one of my core memories, going to that karate school. So I start Googling him and stuff, and I find, like, little random articles. Why did he unalive somebody and he's in prison? Like, when I found that article, I'm gonna post, like, little things up here so you can kind of see, and you can, like, Google for yourself. You can Google for yourself. This is not made up. But he is a schmurder. He's a smurderer. So I was just like, that checks out. That checks out. Like, I'm not surprised you ended up being a schmurderer, because you was crazy from back then. I'm just horrified, because I was like, we used to get left alone with him, like, every day. And I'm not gonna lie, he was nice to the kids. And he was really teaching us discipline. Bitch, I knew you was crazy.